Remember me? Dick Strawbridge, the chap with a rather fetching moustache. 3 years ago, my family and I moved to Cornwall to live the green life, and we ended up here at Newhouse Farm, where we built a water wheel to make electricity to light the house. Become virtually self-sufficient in fruit and veg, but unfortunately, not yet in wine. And I traded my gorgeous little sports car for a much more sensible agricultural vehicle that runs on biodiesel made from chip fat. Now we're back with what I'm told is a magazine programme, which means we've got something for everybody. Each week, Rock Chicken TV presenter Lauren Laverne will be investigating the posh end of the green market.
I just hope they're not skimping on luxury.
And we'll be paying regular visits to the green end of the housing market.
Hi Dick, Jay and Chris here. We've got this Victorian house that we'd like to eco-renovate.
And there'll be interviews with famous people, like Phil Tufnell. How are you getting home?
Plane. It's a long way. You live miles away.
And still time to show you what we're getting up to at Newhouse Farm, with plenty of top tips for a tip-top eco-lifestyle. Here's a thought for you. It's not easy being green. Never has been, probably never will be. But it's an awful lot of fun trying. I know you lot are probably sitting shivering at home in front of the fires, but it's summertime here. And that means you have to put up with my shorts and rather hairy legs while we crack on with our latest project, our very sexy PV panels. We need to get a hand on that. Yep. Feed it up that way. The wires are on this end. Toby, you're in charge of the wires, mate.
Lovely job.
No pressure.
Okay, got it.
Photovoltaic panels use sunlight to make electricity, and these little beauties are going to make us self-sufficient in power.
Slide it your way.
Master James Strawbridge has become quite the expert.
Well, this is a hybrid monocrystalline system. It's got 20% efficiency, and somehow, scientifically, the sun hits them and they make electricity. I think it's a bit of magic.
James did a history degree, but look, it's that easy. So actually, light comes in here, it makes electricity, and what do we do with it?
Send it into the house, and hopefully we'll get a year's supply from it.
Interested? Then you'll need a south-facing roof or wall strong enough to support the panels. Very soon, no fossil fuels will be burnt to make my cups of tea, which is just as well, seeing as I have so much entertaining to do over the series. Each week, I'll be inviting a guest to take our eco-test. Victim number 1 is... Phil!
Hello, mate.
Good to see you.
How
are you
How's
doing?
it going? Very
Enjoying it,
well.
right?
Yes, very good, thank you, mate.
Yeah,
Yes,
good.
not too bad. I've come prepared.
You've got boots on, you're all ready to go.
On. Yeah,
Do you know why you're here?
Yeah, well, not really.
Oh, good man, come on. Phil Tufnell. But first up, a tour of the estate.
I'm a little bit green. I'm a little bit green.
Good
Not
man.
massive, but not massively.
Obviously, it's slightly different. What we've done here is we've tried to set up as much as we possibly can.
Yeah?
Yeah, we make our own electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not into that sort of thing, are you?
Well, no, make your own electricity. You're like a scientist.
Yeah, well, not quite.
Well, there you go. So, what's up here?
You mind you don't look as if you eat enough, mate.
Well, no, I mean, I was a sportsman, you know. I was a sportsman.
Yeah, I know you. I know. Yeah. So
little
diet's
bit.
important to you because obviously
Yeah.
we grow quite a lot of our own stuff.
Yes,
But,
yes. Now, I know a couple of mates who grow their own stuff now.
Yeah.
And they're kind of, it's quite funny, isn't it? Because, you know, these boys were kind of cool kind of guys around town, and now they all go down to the allotment and start sort of like growing tomatoes, which is quite weird, I reckon.
What about that and see what you think? Because I don't know if you like you don't like tomatoes.
Well, I do, yeah.
Yeah, try that because that's. It should taste different.
Does it need to be washed?
No, it doesn't. There's nothing on it nasty. Cool. Doesn't need to be washed.
That is a good tom, that is.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah, no, that's a good tom.
Yeah. See, with all these things growing, we're making our wine, we're doing our stuff. Just purely, it's. Do you know why? Because we can. We've got these little bad boys.
Oh, what are they?
Well, these are ducks and geese in this bit here. But we've got these in here because we actually we eat the ducks.
Yeah.
And we eat their eggs.
Yeah, duck eggs, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that with the faces?
Yeah, with warts.
That's what they're meant to be.
That's what they look like.
Is it?
They're just the world's ugliest ducks.
Aren't they ugly ducklings, aren't they?
I think they're genetically done like that so you don't feel bad about eating them.
No, yeah.
This is something dear to your heart, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because you know about this sort of stuff, making biodiesel.
Well, yes, I do. Is it like the chip shop? You go to the chip shop? Is that what you do?
All chip oil that we actually turn into our diesel. How much are you paying for a litre?
Well, I don't know, like £25 or something. It's just ridiculous.
How much is a litre?
I don't know.
You see, this is a worry if you don't even know how much it costs.
No, you fill your tank up and it's £100.
I know, so it's serious.
Yeah, so
because we make this for 14p a litre.
14p a litre? Well,
yeah, which is quite
not 14p a litre.
Yeah, I know.
Could I do this? Could I just sort of go down my local...
Anybody can do this.
It looks quite complicated.
Nah. That's...
Oh.
We built that.
Is that the dunny, mate?
Go this way.
We've got the toilet.
Yeah, but there's a compost loo.
Very nice little curtain in there and everything.
But actually, hello, it is.
Oh, it's not...
Yeah, if you come in, and the trepidation. But actually, it's a nice place to be.
It's all right.
Yeah. When you're working in the garden.
And it's just pulled that out and that goes into...
Yeah, it's a big cavity where you do it, and then you put some sawdust in it afterwards, and then at the end of it we make compost. All the poop turns into compost.
Yeah. And you stick it on the veg.
You've used things like this.
I've just eaten that tomato though, haven't I? I've just been eating your...
Didn't I tell you that? You haven't got one of these then?
No, I haven't got one of these. I don't know whether the missus will be too happy with it, but I mean, I'll have to put it to her.
So we've got to the bottom of my green lifestyle. Later in the show, I'll be asking Phil some difficult questions about his. But I can't spend all day hanging out with lovies. I've got man work to do on my PV panels.
That part of the roof is perfect for capturing sunshine because it points due south. But that's the easy bit. Now we have to take a buried cable from the control panel in the course barn under this concrete, get all the way around to the back of the house, about 60 metres, and then we connect it to the national grid. This is where the digging starts.
But we don't want to dig up the concrete, because replacing it is one of the most environmentally unfriendly things you can do.
This is some phenomenal number, like it's something like an eighth of all the carbon footprint in the world comes from making concrete. Yeah. It's about 12%, isn't it? So it's a phenomenal number.
So we're using a mechanical mole to burrow under the yard. The trouble is, I'm not sure where the wretched thing is.
What they're doing, if we're completely honest, they're trying to find it. Here it comes. Oh, look at that! Wow. That's moving quickly, isn't it? You did that sort of 5 metres across there in what, less than 10 minutes? Yeah. That's sickening. Quick! Go and dig more, go and dig more. Let's get out of here. Work. Run, rush.
The mechanical mole team are already laying the cable.
Okay.
And we're making headway through the soft ground. A few hours later, job done.
Well done.
In fact, you want to know something? Don't get here. Just get rid of your tools.
Oh, hey.
Cheers.
Got the first on, Dick. Cheers, good digging.
Cheers, fellas.
A hard day's work. Luckily, we've got a top tip for sweaty chaps. James Strawbridge presents an eco-alternative to chemical deodorants.
Do you want to avoid getting unnecessary chemicals into your skin, but still smell good?
Try bauxite crystal.
High performance eco-control against body odour.
This crystal deposits salt on your skin, raising pH levels, stopping bacteria in its tracks, as nature intended. Time for the ultimate test.
If you want to score,
Rock fresh.
gets results.
Yeah!
Rock fresh.
Joking apart, you really can buy these things at any hippy-dippy store or website. Go on, try one. You could smell just like James.
Hey!
But first, here's Lauren Laverne to tackle one of life's great dilemmas. Well, for some.
You know those things that just don't come in the same sentence as environmentally friendly or sustainable? Things that don't even come in the colour green. But you really, really want one. Looking for an eco-friendly swimming pool is like trying to find an eco-friendly nuclear bomb. It's just not possible. But there are ways to make these works of the devil a little bit less, well, devil-like. It is possible to spend your way out of environmental embarrassment.
What we've got in the background going on is a drilling rig drilling 100-metre deep holes for the geothermal heat pump that will provide all the energy to heat the house, heat the hot water and heat the swimming pool and swimming pool air. There's a pipe in and a pipe out. This is what we call a closed loop. All we're doing is taking the heat out of the earth and that's what's being used to run the heat pump. And this is expensive to put in, but on a house of this size where we've got a big house with indoor swimming pool, you're looking at a repayment of 3 or 4 years.
They're doing their best, but they could do better.
This must be underwater love. The way I feel it slipping all over me. This must be underwater love. The way I feel it.
Or you could have one like this, where nature does all the heating and bacteria eating for you, and there isn't even a muddy bottom. So, Will, what actually is this? Is it a swimming pool? Is it a pond? Is it something in between the two?
It's something in between the two. It's a natural swimming pool.
This is the ultimate in enviro chic. No chemicals to buy, and the little pump that swishes the water around only uses 1/4 of the power needed for a regular pool. And it gets better.
A natural swimming pool pump only has to run while the plants are actively growing during the daytime.
So you've automatically halved the amount of time already?
6 to 8 hours is enough.
Okay.
This is the carbonator, which helps feed the plants. And it also means that if the plants are healthy, they're giving oxygen to all the organisms that actually clean the water.
They're not just organisms, they is bugs. OK, Hal, so I understand you know a lot about the wildlife around this pool pond.
Just found the water snail.
Oh, yeah, look at that. What about the snail poo, though? Is that not a problem?
Snail poo. That's not really a problem.
OK, good to know. I feel like I'm shadowing a young David Bellamy here. It's amazing.
There's a water boatman there.
OK.
They just skate on the water.
And be assured, viewer, no bugs were harmed in the making of this film.
It's an animal-friendly skimmer. Any animals or bugs that get caught in it can either swim back at night or climb out the back safely and get back into the pond over land.
Newt-friendly. Good to know. I think I'd be quite squeamish about bugs and insects. I mean, are there a lot of those little critters in there if I was going to swim in there?
Most of the larger species keep to the edges in the plants where the main habitat is, but there is small and microscopic bugs through the swimming area. These actually clean the water, so they're an important part of it.
So how clean is it? Can you show us?
This water we tested recently, 2 months ago, and it was drinking water quality. So it's fine to drink.
Really? Can you give that?
And in fact, the water tastes quite sweet. It's delicious. Would you like some?
OK, go on then. That is actually really nice. It's lovely, yeah. A top-of-the-range pool like this will set you back over £100,000. All swimming pools are expensive, but at least these don't cost the earth. And best of all, you can invite your friends over for a swim and watch them go green with envy. Okay, dry clean only, but fine. It's a bit like the Lost Boys in here.
Downtown Up next, our first visit of many to Chris Mead and Jay Hayter.
Hi Dick, we've got this Victorian house that we would like to eco-renovate. We're looking at wall insulation, loft insulation, green ideas for solar energy, alternative energy, wind power, wind turbine. What else?
Any of your magnificent inventions could come along that would fit snugly into a Victorian house. I think that's what we'd be interested in.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
You get to knock on the... Ooh, good knocker.
Where is it?
It's the top. Oops.
Hello?
Hi. Jay! Chris, good to see you, mate. Good to see you, Gordon. Nice to meet you. Great to meet you. Come on, let's go. Oh, look at the lounge.
Come on. Wow.
It's awesome.
This is the lounge. This is our front room of our...
Yeah.
So, this is the lounge.
Where's the sofa?
It's going to be the lounge.
No, it will be. I can see it. Look at the floorboards. They're great.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep them? Or
Yes, we'll sand them down, keep them as original, but they're great. Good solid floor.
Chris and Jay have £100,000 of their hard-earned cash to green up this wreck of a house in London. They want it to be an all-singing, all-dancing temple to green technology. There's a huge amount to be done.
We're talking blank canvases. You know, you can do almost anything.
There's damp in the basement.
We used to have air bricks, but over a period of time they've all been blocked up and it's starting to smell.
The whole house needs rewiring and replumbing, and so does the garden.
It's like
I want chickens out there. I want free-range eggs.
That's a jungle.
And this will be the control centre for all the green technology.
And then hopefully this is going to be an eco-comms room.
No, we'll explain it.
Yeah. Not yet.
Their 100 grand has to go a long way to create a bijou residence, complete with solar power and state-of-the-art heating.
Just at the beginning, it's thinking about your priorities. If you've already got the idea, you want solar PV, you want underfloor heating.
Yep.
But perhaps if we look around, it might be sort of like, I don't know, insulation might be the first thing you need to focus. I don't know, just try. And it's very easy to think, let's go green, let's buy solar panels.
James is absolutely right. Loft insulation is the best way to start and could cut heating bills by £200 a year or more. And this is my favourite kind.
Is it? Oh, it is sheep's wool. This isn't cheap. Any insulation's good insulation.
Yeah.
And this is green, so it's doubly good.
Sheep's wool costs 4 times as much as the cheapest insulation on the market. But Jay thinks she's worth it.
This is brilliant. You can put it up, you're not getting any fibres, man-made fibres on your hands, you can take it down, it's easily malleable, it's brilliant. It's naturally fire retardant.
Obviously it's got to be laid properly into the edges. That's where James comes into.
It's even really important to get it into the eaves, because all those awkward little corners that I can get in that my dad can't.
Yeah.
So it's actually really, really important, because if you've got one gap, then it's almost like all of this is worthless.
I'll tell you what, let's get some bags in and let's get started. 75, 600. 75, 600. Come on, Jay, work faster. You can tell them.
Our houses are responsible for 1/4 of the carbon emissions in the UK. Half of the heat loss in a typical home is through the roof and loft.
400.
75, 600.
Nuts.
100,
Scalpel.
5.
Yeah,
Loads more, loads more.
Really?
Yeah. We're having to put 3 layers of insulation up because, you know, you need about 270 mil, about a foot in old money, of insulation in your roof. No good saying you've got insulation when you've got 4 inches of fiberglass or something. And the more you put up there, the more heat you keep in, which means the less energy you use every winter when you're heating your house. So this is a good investment, and you only ever do it once, because get enough in there and you'll stay warm.
Over the next 6 months, this place is going to be a hive of activity. From the top of the roof to the bottom of the garden. And don't forget, they want chickens. Chris and Jay want to be living in this house before the end of the series.
It's great, isn't it?
It does.
We'll be with them every step of the way.
Okay. Bit of dust in the air. Done. Yay! It's nice and warm, actually. It feels good, doesn't it? They've got a long way to go. I hope they know what they've let themselves in for, because we've been here for 3 years and we keep finding new things to do.
And most of them are aimed at trying to save us money. And our PV panels are no exception.
Right, mind the corner. Yeah. Jim! Wait to see this, Jim. How much electricity will this make today? Our techie mate, watch this. Look, watch. There we go. Only Jim's can have something like that in his pocket, isn't he?
It's great.
Yeah, okay. What's the numbers, mate?
We have 300 watts per square metre today.
But actually, we don't want days like this. We want lots of sunshine, because apart from anything else, we want it to pay for itself. Get a bit of an income, don't we?
Because this job ain't cheap.
Ow! It's all right. One person's allowed to do that's me. How much does it cost, mate? Well, Andy?
This particular system's going to cost about £15,000, which is a bargain. And
he said that with a straight face. Yeah. We're paying £15,000 for our installation, but we get £2,500 grant. So for £12,500, we're probably getting enough photovoltaics to keep us in electricity for a very long time. Yeah. Oh, the last one! If we were to connect this to that wire, we'd be making electricity.
We would, but we'd give Jim a bit of a shock.
Because he's connecting the wire. Yeah. All right, which one do we put it in?
Bearing in mind you could easily spend about £1,000 a year on electricity for a house like ours, the panels will pay for themselves. Eventually.
Cabling done.
Cabling done.
What are you doing?
Waiting for the sun.
With every bit of kit we install here at Newhouse Farm, our carbon footprint is getting smaller and smaller. But how do we compare with other people? There's one way to find out.
Each week we'll be whipping out our ecological calculator
to put a guest to the eco test.
Of all the calculators on the web, we've picked this one by the WWF. It's fairly quick to do, well that's telly for you, and gives a clear and simple picture of your impact on the world. By answering a series of questions, we'll get a measure of how many planets would be needed to support life if everyone in the world lived the same way as them. I was a bit peeved by my score of 2.4 planets, but this calculator isn't designed for somebody who's already doing lots of green projects.
It's designed for normal people, like Phil Tufnell.
What we're going to do is, I've got some simple questions, and this gives a flavour for how you use energy and resources in your life.
Right.
Nice simple question to begin with. How would you describe your diet?
All round. Love everything.
Meat.
Yeah.
You're not a vegan or a vegetarian, are you, mate?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's a fair comment.
Eat fish, everything, veggies, lovely.
Right. In the last 12 months, have you bought any of the following?
Right.
Television or a hi-fi?
Yes.
You know the answer's supposed to be no to be green.
Oh, is it? you said, feeling all proud then.
You said yes, you said yes and you were so pleased with yourself. Good man. Okay.
Here we go. What's this one?
I quite like this question. What kind of vehicle do you travel in?
Oh, well, this is where I fall down. And I will drive up to the paper shop to get my paper instead of having a walk or getting on a bike or something like that. I will get the big fella out and just zoom up there. So that's, I'd say, yeah, naughty boy on that one.
Okay. Which of these best describes the vehicle you use most?
Oh, dear.
Sodding large is...
Yeah, yeah.
And in fact, it doesn't matter how you look at this.
Well, it's 4.4.
But do you know what? I'd like to give you...
You've got to have a bit of fun being green as well. You've got to have a bit of a laugh.
No, there's nothing green about having a 4.4 litre petrol car.
No, I feel very ashamed of that and I'm going to get rid of it. I mean, I still need a big car and a 4x4 because I live out in the country a little bit, but as you say, 4.4.
Oh, you say a little bit. Like, talk to me, because this is quite good, because you say I live out in the country and then you add a little bit.
Well, no, but I mean, you a little
So you need a 4x4?
Well, you've got lanes, you've got little tracks as well that you have to go down and what have you, so you can't be doing it in a Mini, mate. You
Phil,
can't be.
It's not working on me here, it's not working on me. I'm not feeling the mud. Okay.
I know, all right, okay, I'll sell it tomorrow.
How do you heat your home?
Gas central heated.
Gas?
Yes, boiler, radiators.
Do you buy your electricity on a green tariff? You don't even know what you pay for your electricity. Let's be honest, you haven't got a Scooby here.
Tariff?
You can buy green electricity, pay the same price as you pay for ordinary electricity, as long as you just ask for it.
And it doesn't. Well, they don't have to come around and put a great big hose.
They don't do anything.
In the front. It's just green electricity.
They don't do anything. You're just buying renewable.
That's a simple way to do it.
Right. How warm do you keep your home? Cool, comfortable, warm, or hot?
I would say comfortable,
which is 14 to 17 degrees.
That's. Oh yeah. No. I thought it would have been about 19.
No, 19 is warm.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't have the heating on in the summer. I don't have to...
Really, Phil?
Well, unless it gets a little bit nippy.
Sorry, you just don't think that's common sense?
Well, no, I mean, but no, I'd keep it normal, comfortable.
You're comfortable for you, okay. Right? your footprint. To support you, if everybody in the UK lived like you, we'd actually need 3.97 planets.
Is that really bad?
It's quite a lot of planets, mate.
Yeah.
It means that you're sort of, you know, that's a lot of planets being used up. Okay, time to put the thumb screws on a little bit here. Yeah. How are you getting home?
A plane. It's a long way. You live miles away.
A plane.
It's only a little plane.
Hold on. I live in England. It may be Cornwall, and but no, don't hide.
No, I'm getting a plane, but it runs on chip fat.
You're getting a plane.
It's a long way back to Surrey on a horse and cart.
Okay.
You know, it'll take me probably about 3 weeks by that, and I've got to get back to do something this evening.
Mr. Tufnell, you're the first guest to take the eco test. Makes me feel a bit better about my score.
It's not easy being green.
It's not that difficult.
On a good day, we should be making more electricity than we need. But here's the thing. We can sell that power back to the national grid.
We're ready, Andy?
We're ready.
And even better, next year the government are going to double the price paid for surplus power, which will reduce my payback by about 5 years. If you want to know more, check out the website at bbc.co.uk/bloom.
Come on!
Any moment.
Come on!
Okay. This great gadget tells me how much electricity is being made right now.
It's not the sun, it's the machine. We got the sun.
It takes 3 minutes to warm up. So take a look at what's coming up next week. Lauren gets to grips with furniture recycling.
We could buy that plain Victorian beach chair. How much do you think?
100 quid?
£3?
No.
£5?
£3?
And in London, James persuades Bridget to join him for a spot of gardening.
And look at the snails.
Kill them.
No.
It's a jungle out there.
Hey, Martin.
Hey, Martin.
And we examine the plight of the honeybee with rock star Alex James.
Well, Martin, to be or not to be, that is the question. What's the answer? Wow, look at that.
Now buzz off.
Come on.
Yes!
Yeah!
Here we go! 2,331!
Yes!
A gorgeous number. In fact, enough to power the house right now, which means...
Hey, that's enough for free tea.
Yeah! Get the kettle on, yo!
It's Food, Glorious Food next here on BBC Two, with duck breast and puff pastry among the ingredients in MasterChef. That's followed by a look back at Rick Stein's 30-year career in Memoirs of a Seafood Chef at 9.